This is a real quick side note I forgot to include in the video. With partial tears, like I said, happened to me in November 2025, where I was suspected of a partial tear. Like I said, MRIs are not really good at detecting partial tears, so I tried asking my doctor, "Hey doc, how much is it torn? Is it like 50% torn, 30% torn? Like how much?" And they really can't tell you because the MRIs will not really show that in detail. It'll just show whether it's completely torn or not torn. So with a suspected partial tear, like it was for me, I was trying to find on Reddit information about like what to do with partial tears. I decided to wait it out, and that's pretty much what you gotta do with partial tears is see how you feel, wait it out. But the tricky thing is that like you just won't really know because, like I said, ACLs are very hard to judge off of how you feel, really, especially if you're trying to return to competitive sports. Because you can feel fine, and then you do one little movement, and it gives out. So, and the issue with partial tears is that obviously depending on how much it's torn, but you really have no way of knowing that, is that partial tears, because there's such a limited blood flow to the ACL, they do not heal on their own. So you're pretty much like, let's say you have a 50% torn ACL, you're pretty much gonna have like a 50% torn ACL for, it's kind of sucks to say, like pretty much the rest of your life. So it could happen now or later. You could re-tear it. So it's really hard. I chose to wait, and I waited from November till February, and I ended up completely tearing it. So, like, I know that's a big question. I was like, oh, well, if I'm partially torn, should I just get it over with now and get my surgery, or should I wait it out? I wish I could just give you the right answer for that, but there is no right answer. You really have to just go off of, even though I keep saying you can't go off of how you feel, you just have to, like, I don't know, just ask for help, ask for guidance from whoever you want to ask it for. And, I'm unfortunately, I can't give you the answer, but I'm at least letting you know how it is, what the reality of the situation is. So, sharing my experience, I chose to wait. I ended up tearing it anyways in February. And I'm kind of letting you know the science behind partial tears, but it's an unfortunate situation. Partial tears are almost more annoying than full tears because with the full tear, okay, I know I need the surgery, let's get it over with. With partial tears, you're kind of waiting in like, I don't know, because there is a chance that you could be fine. You could. But honestly, my gut when I partially tore, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have like if it's really gonna go back to normal. And I found that out in February, like 4 days ago when I retore it. So it's not a happy story. It's not a happy good piece of news, but it is the truth, and that's why I just wanted to include that real quick in this video.